Ecclesiastes 12, 1-3. Do not let the excitement of youth cause you to forget your Creator. Honor him in your youth before you grow old and say, life is not pleasant anymore. Remember him before the light of the sun, moon, and stars is dim to your old eyes, and rain clouds continually darken your sky. Remember him before your legs, the guards of your house, start to tremble, and before your shoulders, the strong men stoop. Remember him before your teeth, your few remaining servants, stop grinding, and before your eyes, the women looking through the windows see dimly. This passage explains the importance of honoring the Lord during your youth, when your body works better and your mind and vision is more clear. In this time, before you are an adult and after you are a child, is the best time to develop your relationship with God and get to know yourself better.
Programs can be implemented on the parish or diocese level. All age levels can be accepted into the church, but depending on the age, varies the way of approach to get the person interested. There are many ways to unite society and get them to be a part of the church, such as promoting activism and involvement, creating young service projects, using technology to reach and approach many people, young adult prayer services, and many more. These programs allow people to unite and come together to learn more about their religious life. They feel like they are called, and their religious state in life will be found. The sessions where adults can connect and be a part of a group surrounded by the people with the same mentality as them allow them to be themselves and display what they're being called for. Once people find a state in their lives where they are able to pray, it opens them to so much more with God. It lightens their heart so much, allowing them to give out and be forgiven for all their wrongdoings and burdens they will carry. That would be a main reason and message the churches would display when reaching out towards adults. With younger people, they're either born into the church or they're open for change. When people are older, they are used to certain rituals, scared to change in their lives. The church is very open with accepting everybody. Everyone is called, any age, any gender, any ethnicity. You are called.
Young adult centers are not very common in the church today. I believe that these centers could really bring back young adults to the church and closer to God. According to the PEW Research Center, adults 18 to 29 are considerably less religious than older Americans. Also stated by the PEW Research Center, 1 in 4 adults born after 1980 are not affiliated with any one religion, while only 19% of people in their 30s, 15% of those in their 40s and 50s, and 10% of people in their 60s or older are unaffiliated with any religion. That is a big difference in 25% of people in our generation. I believe a young adult center where people among the same age group can discuss and talk about religion and God freely can change those numbers. Another site called the Center for Applied Research in the Apostolate had given a really good stat about mass attendance over the years. In 1960, the mass attendance was at a high of 55%, but over the years it has declined to a shocking 24% in 2015. That's 31% over 55 years. This shows that in our generation, less people are going to the Mass and less people are involved in the church. Another statistic that I found very interesting is marriages in the church. Starting in 1965, there were 352,000 marriages. Then the highest amount of marriages that took place in the church was in 1970, about 420,000. After that, there was nothing but decline. In 2015, there were about 150,000 marriages, which is about 275,000 less than in the church than in 1970. And less people marry in the church, less people go to the Mass, and then less people raise their family in the church. If we keep on this course, the church will become less and less prevalent in people's lives. Now, my solution is to make a young adult center to help develop relationships within the church. If young adults meet other young adults in the center, there is a chance people may find their spouse. If 2 people find their spouse in the young adult center, there's a very good chance of a couple getting married within the church, because that is a place that brought them together. When people get married in the church, they will raise their kids in the church, boosting the church and the people within it. So, with our idea of the young adult centers within the church should help the church become bigger and better.
St. Monica's Church is a very good example of a current event that reaches out to young adults to join the Catholic Church. St. Monica's does this through programs and have an example from having a survivor from Auschwitz reach out to young adults. This helps people connect and be on a certain level where they could be touched by God.
Isaiah 40:29-31. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Though the best time to learn about your faith is during young adulthood, there will still be challenges. These challenges may make you feel like God is not on your side, and that all is lost. However, if you believe in God more than you believe in yourself, there is nothing that you cannot do. Ephesians 3:17-19. So that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith, that you, being rooted and grounded in love, may have strength to comprehend with all the saints what is the breadth and length and height and depth, and to know the love of Christ that surpasses knowledge, that you may be filled with all the fullness of God. During the time of young adulthood, it may be hard to be able to focus on what needs to be focused on. Many young adults are in college trying to learn or playing sports. This Bible verse instructs us to focus on what is really important, God. During the journey that is adulthood, people often lose sight of what they valued as a child, or what they valued when they were more religious. This passage advises us to keep God in our minds and hearts, and if we do that, everything will go our way.
End it off with music, and this is the end.
Hold them lower.
Okay.
For adults born in the millennial generation, which is 1980 to present, or no, born before. I don't know.
You just eat a flower?
Statistic. Born